Hey, what's happening, people? Prince the Poet. How you guys doing today? I'm not gonna waste any of your time, but a lot of yours have sent me like text and been asking um, why I haven't made video in regards to what's happening in China right now, and uh, I just basically like two reasons. Basically, if you've watched like my video I made earlier on YouTube, I made mention of a lot of people. See, we all we all can talk about everything that is going on right now. Anybody can talk about everything that is going on right now. We can make mention of everything. We can speak the hearts of people, and we can talk about everything everybody wants to hear. Talk about how the Chinese are, treating Africans and blacks. We can all. I was thinking about this thing, and but complaining. I came to realize that complaining and putting the blame on the Chinese or the Westerners, I think for me, I would say it's the easy way out. In as much as we have been treated like this, in as much as we have been treated like this in a foreign land, and I think this racism isn't something new. I know this is something that has been there for the longest of time, years. Our fathers have fought for this. It's still gonna be there. See, but the thing is, I know, of course, this is gonna die down in due time. As time goes by, people stop really talking about it anymore, and it's just gonna fade as just every other racial story out there, or racial profiling, whatever. But you see, the main thing is, I feel like this is a wake up call for a lot of us Africans. I think I keep on saying this, we now know the perspective, the perspective, or the perception, sorry, the perception of which the Westerners, even Asians, have towards us. And it's something to, I'm not saying all Asians or Westerners are racial. Let's get that clear. I'm not saying that all Westerners are, but I'm saying this is what mostly a lot of people think about us, the way they see us, their perception about us. Um, you see, a lot of people always talking about the China relationship and the Chinese relationship with Africans or the Westerners. See, let me make this clear. I've I've been in China for like 3 years right now. Yeah. See, if a Chinese girl or boy or whatever comes up to you, see, there's no Chinese that's gonna make friends with you without a mutual gain. Let's make that clear. See, I've had Chinese friends. I've worked for some Chinese. See, there's always gonna be that mutual interest. All right, it's either you're teaching English or you're teaching them English, or they want to boast about, oh, I have a foreign. There's always something. All right, so let's just make that clear. So now the problem, what is the problem? You see, we can talk about this for days. We can talk about how Africans are being mistreated, how blacks, see, racism isn't new. Let's get that clear. But are we just gonna are we just gonna continue complaining? Because I feel like the more we do this and the more everybody's asking for apology, an official apology, but little by little I notice that we are not really taking responsibility. And I keep on saying I blame our leaders. I don't really blame the youths because I use Nigerian for example. Like I'm a Nigerian, so we Nigerians back home, I was speaking to like some of my cousins and like a lot of my friends. You can tell from the way they spoke after I released the video. Like a lot of people were saying what they had deep inside. Like a lot of people are going through a lot. Like the youths in Nigeria are tired. I'm using Nigeria as an example, but I'm speaking for the whole of Africa. But I'm using Nigeria because I'm from Nigeria. So I'm just showing this. But like, I feel like this is everywhere in Africa. I feel like this is everywhere in Africa, and it's something that the youths feel like they don't have any voice. And when they really have the opportunity to see that, oh, we actually have a voice. Yo, I feel like we have a lot inside. But you see, we complain about all those things, we talk about all those things over and over again. But talking about these things, I've come to realize that this ain't solutions. No matter how we look at it, not taking responsibility. I feel like for a lot of reasons is I feel like it's an easy way out for us because we as humans we always feel like it's the easy way out to blame someone for mistakes. But we Africans, take a step back, think about this. How did this all begin? So I've been making a lot of research to as African as a continent. I've been looking at our past leaders, Nelson Mandela. I've been looking at a lot of Tanzanians leaders and a lot of documentaries from Wale and stuff like that. So it's like I saw something is we blacks from back in the day, like we've been victims. All right, we've been taken advantage of. I look at every in. I look at the Westerners and every in. I feel like Europe, the British, they came to Africa and they took a lot from us. And you look at every in, everything is in Africa. These people saw that Africa has gold, has everything you can mention. As a continent, we have everything. I can't emphasize that a lot. See, we have everything, and these people saw it, and they came in with their guns, and they came in and they put our people into slavery. I'm not gonna get deep into that, but maybe in the video I'm gonna make. See, youths, I want to tell you guys something. The only way we can make a difference is to quit complaining. Yeah, I know it's not easy, it's hard, it's painful, but quit complaining and take a step back. Everybody take a step back and think about it. If you think about it, aren't we responsible as well for where we are and how the world perceives us and the perception of the world about us? Don't you think we are partly responsible? No, if not even partly. Don't you think we are responsible? Because see, look at this. I've never heard that. I'm always gonna use my country as an example, Nigeria. So I don't know about other countries. So I'm gonna speak from like as a Nigerian. But like in Nigeria, I've never heard that some citizen of US came to study in Nigeria. I've never heard about that. I don't know about other countries in Africa, but it's very hard to see like a foreigner come to study, not even more of a Chinese. I now heard that in Africa that there are places whereas Chinese has been taught. Like, come on, people. Chinese has been taught in Africa. What does that tell you? English was taught. Chinese has been taught. What other country is gonna come and deposit? I feel like it's just a dumping ground. They came, they used us as test for the spread of AIDS. There's so many ins. And the thing is, all they've ever done is exploit from us. But some way, somehow, I don't know. It feels like we Africans, we still just stand. We're still outstanding, and that's the word. So instead of ranting about for days and talking about everything, see, we can talk about everything that is going on right now in the world about Africans, about black racism, xenophobia, everything. But there's a whole lot more to talk about because complaining and not taking responsibility isn't solutions. We can speak about for days. We can post and everything. I was thinking about this thing. We can post and talk about everything, but if we as Africans don't really take the responsibility and see that this is our fault too, as people, if we don't realize that we are at fault too, that the perception that we've built, the way we're being seen is our fault too. If we don't take responsibility, all we're gonna do is just talk. Because this is surely gonna rise up someday. Racial discrimination, racial profiling is never gonna end in this world. As long as long as we live in this earth, there's always gonna be the good and there's always gonna be the bad. There's gonna be evil, there's gonna be good, there's gonna be kind people, there's gonna be kind people, there's gonna be wicked people. There's gonna be light, there's gonna be darkness. Let's get that fact straight, alright? But in as much as these things are gonna be there, but still we can work on ourselves, we can work on ourselves to see that these things are less, in as much as you can never eradicate evil from any form of existence, but you can diminish it, you can reduce it. But how do we reduce it? That's the thing. That's the reason why I've not made this video. We can talk about everything that is happening. Have you noticed in Guangzhou right now, the everybody being quarantined are only Africans. Only Africans are being quarantined, but not the US. There are black Americans in Guangzhou, but they are not being asked to undergo quarantine. So this even goes, it's not even a problem of even racism anymore. It's our countries, it's our country, our countries, our continent, Africa, the way we have been viewed by the world. It's for just put racism aside, and it's Africa. It's our nations. There are so many blacks from Germany, there are so many blacks from America, and they were not asked to undergo any quarantine. But Nigerians, Zambians, other African countries, they were asked to undergo quarantine. So I've just been thinking about it, and instead of, I can just go on the YouTube page right now and I'm just gonna show you guys the video and I'm just gonna talk about everything and I'm just gonna say what they're doing is wrong, what they're doing is this, what is this. I'm just gonna say everything that you guys want to hear. But this aren't solutions. These aren't solutions, and that's the truth, and that's the reason why I've not put any video out, because I'm trying to find solutions. In as much as I'm gonna talk, I should be able to have an opinion of a solution. If not, everybody's doing the talking. Everybody can see this, But we need solutions. We need solutions. That's what I'm trying to say. We need solutions. So I'm still making my research. I'm researching. I'm still doing a lot of stuff, but you guys be patient with me, and I'll make sure the next video is worthwhile. Thank you. Peace.